so sorry for the break in transmission. There was actually quite a bit of an issue that needed to be sorted. So sorry
about our experiences as young boys when Muhammadu Buhari was the military head of state. Some people call him military dictator. English, yeah, it was, because that period the military were in charge, and a lot of people in Nigeria today never lived under the military, so they don't even know what it means. They don't understand.
Well, few lived under the military during the Babangida regime.
A lot of people today.
I think I did, but to be honest, I'm not sure that.
Trust me,
I'm not sure that I was.
The early part of
yeah,
the
but the truth is that I'm not sure that I ever had. If I tell you that the very first recollection of really being aware of a president, really, I will not forget. I said it here before, the day that Abacha died, which was my birthday. I kid you not. And how old was I? Maybe like 6, 7 or something. So it was shocking when everybody was happy and y'all not happy about my birthday. that was the very first recollection of, do you understand, a birthday of a head of state. Then I remember, of course, as I got older, then there was Abdusalam Abubakar. That was one that I remember writing president of Nigeria. That was the very first president of Nigeria I was ever aware of, is Abdusalam Abubakar, really, which was not long before Obasanjo. So yeah, maybe not a lot of people.
Yeah, so again, that's why I said it, because I've had several interactions with people, and when you talk about some things that happened, people they can't relate because they didn't experience it.
So that means some people did not even know when Shunakon became the president.
Yes. Yeah, it was
the president.
It's supposed to be.
I heard about it, but
for a few months.
Interim government, so
yeah, I heard about it.
Government.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know.
So
if you cast it all the way back, you remember living under the military, where you could not protest.
Oh really?
You could not say anything bad about it, and even the media, they even had a decree that was promulgated.
It's not that they had a decree. In the military era, they run decrees.
Yeah. No, I was going to talk about
they had decrees. It was not just a. It was just not a.
The way of passing out
information
and law is a decree.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about a particular decree that was called Decree 2, and they could arrest any media person and kill him for the reason that they felt was right. There were 2 Nigerian journalists that were actually executed under the military for being journalists in this country. People did not experience it. That's why they don't understand if some of us are being careful or talking about the things that we went through. So fast forward to June 12, when we were now mature and we had voted for the first time and things went all right and we actually hit the streets. Then we were bold enough to say, we don't care how many people soldiers go kill. How many people soldiers go kill.
Oh, y'all did that too.
Yes, they go kill us tire.
But some people are still going to die.
But we're here. See, but we're here.
Jonathan,
we're on the
let's be.
We're here.
But some people died though. Those people cannot be at the Bumba today.
Okay, so that's what it is. Those people who died led us here.
And the heroes.
And what does that?
That's why people like you and me can still sit down and talk now.
Just
that's
like
the truth.
Answers, those that died during the answers,
people don't get it.
And the heroine.
Bami, if the military were still in charge, there would never be something like a Boomba. There will never be all this media that you have now.
There will never be.
Never now.
Our senior brothers station.
They cannot exist.
So
do you know how many licenses were issued? How many radio stations existed?
Even in those days, all radio stations are owned by the government.
So basically, what you're saying now is that it was number one thing I got from what both of you said was that you did not expect, which was probably one of the selling points, but you did not expect the Buhari of then to be the Buhari of 2015.
Sure. Affirmative.
But a lot of people did. But so can you actually now say that they were out of place?
They were not out of place. So again, this is what I was trying to say, that if you look at it, if you look at the choices that were available, look at the way Nigeria was going at that point in time, a lot of people that turned against Jonathan actually voted for him. You get? And the mistake that we all make is that we expect one leader to solve all of Nigeria's problems.
Never done.
We expect one leader to be all-encompassing.
But even if one leader cannot solve all our problems,
one Messiah.
Messiah.
even
We
if-
have that messianic complex.
I get that issue.
And that's the problem.
But okay, take for example, and I would say anybody that maybe watched what's it called, Bomba for a few years ago, I can say that I'm not saying that I was biased, but I'm not sure that I was so critical of the government of President Buhari, because I felt that he was going to do, he was getting a lot of things done. For example, till tomorrow, I'll still tell you, I still say that part of the a bit of change in infrastructure that we see in Nigeria today started with the former President Buhari. I also feel that for things like the PIA, the petroleum sector today started when it was Buhari's administration. When we're talking about having refineries now, yes, you say that Tinubu probably took the glory, and we know that yes, government is a continuum, but it started with. We were all here when a aide of a president said that we cannot get we cannot get trains, that we don't have that kind of money. But the Buhari government actually made that happen. Since I was a child.
Buhari government?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh, it was Buhari government that started this Lagos Ibadan Warri Takpe.
He finished it.
No, who started it? No. I can argue that one till tomorrow. Nobody did anything. All we saw was paper. Even Lagos Ibadan, since I grew up in this life, they always said that they said they are going to fix it. It's always mouth, nothing to show for it. The second Niger bridge, since I was born, I've been hearing that they want to build second Niger bridge. It was Buhari government that did all that. Do you understand? So I'm not going to be so critical and say that the man didn't do a lot of things. However,
the sad part
however, as much as we're not looking for a messianic place, we saw an era almost to the end of his tenure where someone like the issue of Mr. Emefiele, knowingly or unknowingly, killed Nigerians. I can say categorically that Nigerians, even the banking sector, has not fully recovered from the I don't even know what word to use. Some of us don't even remember the day we used ATM last, because I beg.
Okay, sorry, I want to quickly weigh in, because I get how this is going, and I actually do not think that Buhari was all bad.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want to put it on record, and really, at the point where
it's just someone is only for an unrealistic person to think any president in a country is entirely bad.
Yeah.
Then you yourself go and check yourself. You're a problematic person.
Yeah.
So
every person in government will only come and do their bit and move on with life, because if only we understand that government is a continuum. There's no stagnancy. It's a continuum.
Yeah, so I wanted to.
You need to check a comment that's dropped on YouTube, not Facebook. But carry on, Bami.
So once you can realize that government is a continuum, you know definitely that you only just come and do your bit and leave.
Yeah, it's about building blocks of life. Like, okay, this person will do this much.
Because every one of us is running to UK, US, France. But have you ever sat down to read their history, how they got where they are today?
Yeah.
There were leaders that built and built and built and was building on a platform.
Until they got to where they were.
They got to where they are. So
yeah.
And still where they are, they are not even balanced also.
Yeah.
So for me, again...
Sorry, just 1 second. Since you pointed out, Mr. Brain says pressure Tiwa from the Emefiele saga. People died as a result.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. This pressure Tiwa that he said became popular when people hit the street in Ogun State. I think it was in Shagamu that a guy actually said, "I want pressure Tiwa," and people were going through hell. You know, there's one thing when you don't have money. You know you don't have.
But you have money, you don't have access to it.
You don't have access.
That's the problem.
It was bad. It was bad.
That's the real problem, and it was bad. And it happened under the president's
and we are
watch.
not at war.
But you see,
we are not at war.
The sad part is that was not Buhari's legacy. For me, I'll talk about how you might not agree, but I only base everything I say on facts. How it was able to do a lot for the power sector. Nigeria's power sector was virtually comatose. Go and look at what they did with Siemens and the way they were able to ramp up power production and output. It's a fact. These are facts. It's not even our sentiments.
No, I know about that.
Yeah. The other thing that they did in the area of infrastructure is massive. They eventually got Lagos Ibadan right. After all the drama and all the hula baloo. The AKK gas, you know, the Bodo Boni.
What I think in regards to the infrastructure you made mention is, I think to some extent Buhari knew what he wanted, and I think he got 1 or 2 or 3 people right in their portfolios.
Yeah.
Those people gave his.
They did what they were supposed
to do.
So
yeah, you're right. Now, for instance, he also got it wrong with a lot of people. For instance, the Minister of Sports, the first one he had, terrible. Solomon Dalong. The worst thing that ever happened to sports in Nigeria was Solomon Dalong. I say it openly. Yes. You know why? Because man didn't understand why he was there. I was at the Nigerian Sports Awards that was his first official outing, and he was talking about inter-house sports.
For crying out loud.
If you are a minister at that level and you're talking about inter-house sports, you don't know anything about sports. Do you get? You don't know anything about sports. But Buhari kicked him out. Sadly, he was probably the only minister that was ever kicked out in Buhari. Again, another mistake that he made was that he kept too many people on for too long.
Yeah.
There was no cabinet reshuffle. Tinubu has already done cabinet reshuffle.
Like 3 times.
Do you get? And he has not spent 2 years, more than 2 years. Do you get? That's how you keep people on their toes.
So I think
these were some of
what he thought is okay.
He's a trusting person.
But people were not performing. Explain to me why Emefiele still had a job.
It was a man of his mind.
Explain why Emefiele still had a job.
If he feels like I'm still okay with you.
See,
you can't be okay.
No, and it's not about. And it was not
even during that period. I was expecting him to do a reshufflement of some certain people.
Yeah. Some certain people. Take for example, see the alleged allegations of corruption that happened with the Ministry of Aviation.
Let's also look at it from this angle. Baba is in office. His assistant is there. Our uncle. Versus external vices.
Yeah.
Who are benefiting from these ministers.
Yeah.
And they have power to the.
Bambi, please, I need you to move.
And they have power to the corridor.
Yeah.
And plus and minus, Baba could really or hardly say no to them.
Yeah. So I think they found the lapses and the loopholes and they capitalized on it.
So, but the problem is, I will still say, it's something that we say here every time. When you want the job, you got the job. It's not my business how you sort out your issues.
No excuses.
Jonathan, explain to me why the kind of allegations that we heard, especially with Nigeria Air, for example, the kind of things that happened during that time. You see the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. How many of those things, as in, it was after, see the CBN, the kind of allegations that came out that was attached to the CBN governor. A CBN governor that even you did not appoint. So why do you have so much allegiance to him?
I was telling someone the other day, it was 2 Sundays ago, and we're having a discussion, and we're talking about corruption and governance and the issues. And I said, can you point to one real estate development by one state in one site that has over 700 buildings? By a state government or federal government?
Yes, one
man. Jonathan, that's
guys,
it.
I'm throwing it to you now.
No.
In the entire history of Nigeria that you know, can you point to they built 700 and something?
I don't think Lateef Jakone did it.
I'm not sure.
because they have to put it in different sites, they spread it 100, 200.
Because even if I count the whole of Adeniyi Estate phase 1 to 4,
it's not
I'm not sure it's up to 700.
So it's crazy when those
no,
things.
jokes apart.
No, you're right.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the same
now.
way with Ijebu-Ode Estate in Lekki. It's the same thing with the one in Isolo.
So even if you count, but okay, if we say
one man,
no, if we say let's put the whole Ijebu-Ode Estate in collective, I think I'll be up to 700. But in a site, as you said,
one man at the same time. And guess what? All of that happened, and nobody knew.
Nobody knew. So it's as much as yes, we're not looking for a messiah, but there's some things that I don't think should happen.
For a messiah.
No, I'm not saying people are not looking for a messiah. I'm just saying that there's some things that should not happen.
The military had the best time under Buhari. If you look at, like, for instance, if you see F-19 or what those jets that Nigeria were trying to buy,
they actually did a lot. He actually did a lot of
the attack helicopters. The MRAPs that Nigeria got from China, from Turkey, and all of that. The gunboat. Basically, under the military, our military was virtually comatose.
Yeah,
and he brought it back.
Yes.
Now under him, the military are now making their own drones. They're making their own drones.
But also,
and they are actually war grade drones.
If we now go and say that also, would we say that he also did not have the would we call it the word that is in my head? I don't want to say it out. The charisma to do some things. Take for example, subsidy removal. Floating on Naira. After he left, we realized that there were a lot of things that they were actually literally borrowing money.
That statistically, it was Buhari that removed subsidy, not Tinubu.
Oh no, yeah, he did, Mr. That means that you still don't have the charisma to do it while you were in government, because he did. No, he signed it until June when he had left.
He left in May.
He left
in May.
Meaning that y'all don't got the to deal with the issues. Jonathan,
I think
that's it.
I think one of his biggest flaws would be that he was trying too hard to be a civilian president. Being the military guy that everybody.
But let's be honest,
knew him
Nigerians
as.
need.
You get.
And do Nigerians need the?
But for me, again, let's quickly talk about NSAS. A lot of people are talking about how I saw a video by Portable, more or less jubilating or celebrating Buhari's death. I'm talking about how people were killed at NSAS and all of that, and people talk about the toll gate killings and blah blah blah, which we all know
was denied.
Not necessarily denied. Factually, most of the people who died at the toll gate or around the toll gate were not shot by the military. But I know that. I don't care if people go call for me about this, but these are facts here. More people died in River State and they were killed. Nobody's talking about it. Around the police stations, do you know how many police stations were burnt? Over 90 destroyed. Policemen died. Nigerians died. The police might have been the ones behind it, and the Nigerians were. Did you see when they were cannibalizing people in Ibadan? Those things are out there. What I'm trying to say in essence is that they keep saying who gave the order, who did this, who did that, and they hang it over him, and that's why a lot of people
are very pissed.
They are mad at him, and they joined a movement that they thought they were going to remove him, and this is where they got it wrong. I joined NSAS. We were on our way, then we had accident. But what I'm trying to say in essence is that at some point, God made us turn back, and I'm happy because guess what? You said you wanted to fight police brutality. Then we started talking about regime change. There are 7 demands. It became 11. 11 became 21. Who is the leader of this movement? Nobody knows. Those are the real issues. But I know that we use emotions over fact. Now, government will always do anything to stay perpetually in power. But government was culpable in the way they also handled it. But I think after all said and done, do you really have any real proof, content to say this is what this person did wrong when it came to NSAS? That's my own opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I might be wrong, and I might be right, because I had to dig and dig and dig and dig, and I'm like, whoa. You talked about DJ's, what's her name? Switch off air when we're talking. I saw Rinu Oduala's tweet. She's happy Buhari's dead, and how she claims that this is the reason why she left Nigeria and all of that. And a lot of people who claim that they are victims of this government of Buhari. But if you dig deep,
okay, so we need to move quickly from that. However, I was actually also going to say that whether we whether you like it or not, and I know that a lot of people have very vile things to say about people. My own is whether he was this, he was that. The man is 82. The man lived a very full life. He was president of Nigeria twice. He was sworn in as president 3 times. Things that most Nigerians would never ever smell. He was petroleum minister at some point. I would say for a fact that the man had lived a very full life.
PTF chairman.
You cannot deny. Whatever he achieved, a lot of people are probably are literally fighting themselves, join coalition just to be.
You know, he's off air. I was joking about how some people will never become admin of their WhatsApp group. Nobody thinks they are worthy.
Because that's where I see some of these things.
And
you don't have to like this person, but an 82-year-old man lived a very full life. So
and of course, there's never. Once we move away from that messianic complex that we have, to realize that a good leader knows how to bring talent together to achieve results.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what Nigeria needs. Is not one person that says, I will do. We need a person we will do. We can do. I will get people together to work with. But when I can do that, nah, come on, nigga.
Let's not deceive ourselves.
You ain't gonna do now.
But quickly, in the spirit of mourning, the longest serving Nigerian monarch, also who was also very good friends with President Buhari, also passed on the same day as the Awujale,
the most respected, most revered monarch in the southwest. I won't say in Nigeria, because some people will not agree with me.
Most revered.
Oh, trust me. No, I've not come across anybody that could actually disrespect the Awujale.
I'm not saying I don't think you would, but I'm looking at it from the angle of hierarchy.
To be revered.
There are quite a number of.
To be revered has nothing to do with hierarchy.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Oduduwa's children. I'm not talking about the original kings. You get?
Yeah, I get your point.
I'm just talking about a man that became one kind of image that when you look at him is respect that you see. I'm not an Ijebu person. I'm an Ondo man. We have the Oshemawe that I love and respect, but I'm saying that hardly have I come across any Yoruba man that has not looked at the Awujale that has just. We all met him.
Everybody knew.
He's the only one. He's the only one we have known in our entire life.
I think that it might
65 years.
That kind of thing was. I get your point.
That's the reverence I'm referring to.
That was what we got from the late Alafin. He was the only person everybody knew as Alafin or
we have gone through at least 10 Olubadons.
10.
I said at least. It's English that I'm speaking.
We have got to 3 in less than 2 years.
It's English that I'm speaking now. At least 10.
So basically, I know that Awujale, the death of Awujale, who's going to be buried today, I think at
a few minutes from now.
A few minutes from now, he's actually going to be buried. Is a
4 o'clock already.
Yeah, so he's being buried as well.
So I know that the idea of him is going to be an Ogun State thing, but like you said, he was so around for so long.
I don't think
that
it's
more of a.
Assuming Buhari did not die coincidentally with him,
it
it's
will be a national.
It's a national thing, yeah.
But for the fact that Buhari died the same day.
But I'm sure
that one has overshadowed his
But I'm sure that is Ijebu people. This one is just funeral. This one is just.
No, they're still going to make it louder.
There is going to be,
It's Ijebu now.
So
all the Regbers and all the top families in Ijebu-Ode. And you know the funny thing, it's not just Ijebu-Ode. It's the entire Ijebu.
Oh yeah,
it's
Ijebu, Imushin, Ijebu Ife, everywhere.
It's more like the entire Ogun state.
Because
at this
even
point,
in as much as those Ijebus you mentioned also have their kings, royalty, they all pay homage to him. We have Ijebu.
So it's it was a very interesting day yesterday.
There's a lot of Ijebus.
That's why they're claiming for
Ijebu State,
so
which would include Ikorodu.
Can we?
Oh, sorry,
kind of like almost out of time. Thank you very much.
All right.
So basically, so we're going to be seeing a lot of these things in a couple of days. So, update is that if they stick to the time, the Awujale is being buried today.
As we speak.
The former president is going to be buried tomorrow. Also, I'm guessing that with the death of Awujale that has been there for so long, we're not going to see a lot of who's going to be
rights.
Who's going.
So people need to watch their movements within Ogun State axis.
Yeah,
because there'll be lots of rights.
Yeah,
rights.
And then now, who's going to be the next Awujale for someone that has been there for so long?
That's another ball.
No, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Because I think there's a structure in the Ijebu land.
Yeah, there's a system in place.
So there's a system. So as
but it's not as structured as Ibadan. Ibadan is the most structured monarchy.
So I think as it is now, the stool has shifted away from his own clan.
Family, to
another. But you know, those things are not as straightforward. That's what I'm saying.
That
no, it's not left within the family.
The intrigue.
Anyway, in Ogun State, the local governments are shut down markets just to honor the Awujale.
That's the entire Ogun State.
No, different local governments.
That's what I'm saying now. That it's not just Ijebu North or Ijebu.
No.
That's how revered he is. That's what I'm saying.
So, also just wanted to put some out there. Governor Sanwo-Olu celebrated the local government poll election over the weekend in Lagos State. We saw that was quite interesting. There were quite a number of complaints as well. Take for example the Ohaneze Indigbo president community in Lagos complained that they were not allowed to vote. And I think that, to me, I don't think people should be disenfranchised. However, he made a statement and said that they do not allow their indigenes also be voted for because they do a lot for Lagos State. And I'm like, okay, when did we start voting for people? I know that is a thing. It was a thing in Lagos, but really, if we juxtapose those things, are those things allowed in your states of origin?
No.
Let's not do that to ourselves.
Can a Yoruba man go to Anambra and become a councillor?
I really don't think so.
Maybe estate chairman safe.
Maybe one day we'll get there, but we're not there yet.
So if we're not there yet, why would you demand for something like that?
No, see, one thing I still feel.
Yeah, I think that's overreaching.
The Igbos have not come to realize that they should not play on the cosmopolitan nature of Lagos and think it's a place free for all.
Yeah, it's not.
So Lagos is not free for all.
Yeah,
Lagos have indigents. They have roots. They have history. They have stories.
Yeah.
If those stories have not happened, Nigeria will not be Nigeria. Facts be told.
Yeah.
We should not deceive ourselves. And that's why till tomorrow, the biggest cosmopolitan city in the whole of Africa is Lagos.
True that.
Yeah.
True that.
So it's funny though, but
so they should stop all this. I'm not against them.
Yeah.
But they should come to the realization.
Let's be realistic with ourselves.
If I welcome you in and I take you as my brother, does not mean I'm foolish.
It doesn't mean it's no man's land.
No man's land. Yeah, those kind of
no man's land.
No, let's not do that.
So
to
if
ourselves.
you think you are doing too much for Lagos, then go back to your state. You are coming from somewhere. So go back and develop your state.
Okay.
And make your state more viable
Than Lagos.
and put your state on the map.
Makes sense though.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
Because
sense.
my mother used to say one Yoruba language.
And that's massive. And I think that's what has been misconstrued.
Yeah.
You know
So
that
because I accept you in, you think I'm stupid. So everybody shall come, I will accommodate you.
I think all the rhetoric on social media led to this.
A lot of it led to it. That we cannot.
So, because if an Igbo man keeps saying, I've invested in Lagos, Lagos too invested in you.
True that.
Yep. It was available for
if,
you to.
If that place
You made
was
money
not-
in Lagos.
not conducive for you to thrive,
would have left.
you will not thrive. If your
Exactly.
state was conducive, why did you enter
Why
90
did
bus?
you? Oh my God! Please let's be going before Bami says something else. You have said enough. Thank you very much. It's okay.
So Asina has won a trophy.
Yes, Sierra definitely has won his first Wimbledon. Interesting. Yesterday
We thought
also,
it was going to be Alcaraz, so taking them to Alcatraz,
Yeah,
but Asina
okay.
came to the party.
Anyway, we saw Chelsea thrash.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Chelsea.
PSG manager is also looking to face a
We are
coaching
here,
ban with some things that
I
he
just
did
want to
yesterday.
say that Chelsea doesn't get the respect that they deserve. You know, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I try to be as neutral as possible, but I saw a masterclass yesterday. I saw Chelsea come to the party, guns blazing, and eyes red like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that they definitely did. Sadly, Canada defeated. No, defeat is a nice word.
Can we skip that story?
Ah,
It's wrong now. See, they said
they
something
beat
is
Nigeria under 19.
under 19 women's basketball
I think it was
tournament.
113
We
to
beat
14.
China. We look at China and we say, we will not beat you too much. We gave them 93, 88 or something. We are a nice country.
Canada flogged us.
China is now beating the same women by 60 points or 50 points. You think it's right?
Canada flogged us.
Please respect
It
yourself.
was a flogging.
Respect yourself.
It was not good.
Canada, you people are wrong. You have Nigerians.
It was a serious flogging.
Don't worry.
I feel sad.
Some of those things should be stopped in sports. Like, you cannot come and be beating somebody as if
You are playing now. You have not.
are we fighting? Is it not just basketball?
The flogging was blind.
Oh no,
Can we take time to look at the technical errors?
no technical. Baba, they beat
When person
first quarter. We know 6 points. First quarter,
When
So
person
what happens to the
USA.
front?
We will not meet them in Jesus' name. The Egyptians you see today, we don't see them no more.
we see them no more.
Ah.
Canada be Koda.
We were celebrating our victory against China.
Do you know the result?
How do you mean?
You don't know the result.
I've not even.
113 to 42.
Oh, but it must have over 60 points. Nothing.
113 to 42.
It's wrong.
Your calculation is over 60. Let's be honest, 71.
Stop it now. Leave it on 60.
71.
Is it your calculation? Why are you always
71.
precise? Stop it.
I just want
Behave
to be
yourself.
precise. Thank you very much.
Stop your precision.
Thank you very much.
But as well.
Canada,
Hey,
it did not be well with you.
But you want to
But
collect
let's
visa
be
to go
going.
there.
Me love.
Let's be
I'm
going.
not going again. I'm not going again.
Anyway, there are quite a number of things.
It's
But
not. You people don't even have shame. You don't even have shame.
Alright, yeah, be me.
Is it fight?
Oh yeah, let's be going. Thank you very much.
Be-
Okay, thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm still paying with that thing, but we move. Anyway, tomorrow we'll be back at 3 p.m. West African time. Oh yeah, they played a draw, but they're back. They moved on to quarterfinals now.